The little things can make a big difference.
Yes.
And, you know, we want to hoard and secure our food for the winter. And what happens midwinter is these little things happen, like...
Oh, gee, you still have zucchini?
My zucchini is starting to rot.
Finally. Okay.
Finally. This zucchini is still good. I cut it.
Right.
Cut the rot off.
Right.
What I will do is I'll grate it and get it ready for my wonderful zucchini cake or my zucchini muffins. Zucchini actually will store.
Wow.
Zucchini, when you harvest them little, don't keep.
Right.
Like the little zucchinis you get in the store, don't keep.
No.
Warning.
Warning.
They're genetically modifying zucchini.
Ouch.
Of all the vegetables, the zucchini that is produced in California, they're using a GM variety.
Okay.
If you want to store your zucchini, because you have a whole bunch, you kind of let them cure outside.
Outside.
You harvest them like you do regular squash, and you cure them like you do a regular squash. And I usually cure them in the sun, and I usually use my potting shed or my greenhouse.
Yeah, okay.
You want the heat a little bit more.
Right.
And that seals where the stem is, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. So, but this time of year, your vegetables will start to deteriorate. So it is very important to minimize your waste.
Yes. Onions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes excellent onion soup. You can also, if a lot of them are sprouting, you can chop them up and salt them the same as you do green onions.
Yes. You mean the whole thing, top and bottom.
Chop them up and salt just like you would the green onions.
Okay. Can we plant those onions?
You can plant them and then harvest the green onions.
Okay.
Make soup. See, this one is squishier.
Yeah.
Okay, this one probably has a little bit of rot in it.
Okay.
This one is not squishy, so this one doesn't have rot. So this one would be the one you plant.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay, okay.
This one you put in your soup. Okay? But you can chop them and salt them. You can pickle them, like I have onions pickled.
Wow. The raw.
And they're great on a salad.
That's true. Yeah, it's already ready to eat. Yeah.
So those are a couple of ways to kind of make. And then here,
yes,
I noticed.
Squash.
You see that?
It's coming. Yeah, soft.
It's starting to soften up. So I'm cooking chicken tonight, and we'll be eating my last squash. When you're trying to store stuff, you have to put them in the storage that is best for the crop. Now, all these crops can't freeze.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, I was going to ask, where do you store these?
But I don't have a walk-in cooler. So they go in my laundry room where the heat is shut off.
Right.
It's cool, but it doesn't freeze. Onions have to be cool and dry.
Right. Cool and dry.
These
like a
have
fridge.
to be cool and dry. A fridge is cool and moist.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So squash and onions could not store in a fridge.
Squash, even it doesn't. You don't want to put it.
You want it cool and dry.
You want it cool. How cool though? Not 5 degrees Celsius, is it?
Around 4 or 5 degrees
Really?
Celsius.
So it will
but
take
it has to be dry.
Dry. Okay.
Right? For example, garlic can freeze. You could store your garlic in your shed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it won't go bad.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
until spring
So
it starts sprouting.
these ones here,
Yeah.
an unheated bedroom,
Okay.
or a room that is kept at a lower temperature. In your kitchen, it's too humid,
Right. Right. Okay.
right? To store your garlic in your kitchen, you're always going to have garlic that goes bad. Garlic, that's another thing, is when it starts to go bad, I will take it and I'll chop it up in olive oil and add a little bit of vinegar and then put it in the fridge.
Right. That's a good idea.
Right?
A little bit of vinegar.
A little bit of vinegar balances the pH.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a tablespoon in a small jar, 2 tablespoons in a bigger jar.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you are storing a lot of vegetables during the winter, the key is you got to check them to make sure they're not going bad.
Right. Okay. Well,
And you take the ones that are going to go bad first, and you leave the stuff that is good to do the rest.
Yeah.
So
processing is another challenging part because
it is,
get a
and
lot of
and this is kind of the thing when you harvest and collect your vegetables, you have to be able to handle it and process them so they keep the longest. So this was one that I found after the frost in the garden.
Ooh.
So it was never cured. So I knew it
Still.
was probably going to go bad.
Well, but I mean, I was very impressed that it's still. I didn't think zucchini was coming out today.